mix together flour, water, salt, and yeast, one of life's great miracles kicks in, and magically, bread is born. It's an absolutely essential life skill, and the sort of thing that you'll master in just a loaf or two. And when you do, you'll really start paying attention to the details. Things like how to bake the perfect crust. Not that there's anything wrong with this crust, but there is a better way. Bake your bread in a pot. This is my standard issue heritage bread dough. It rose 12 hours, and then I knocked it down, and it rose a second time. It's ready to bake, and so is this pot. Professional bakers inject steam into their ovens during the first few minutes of cooking. That moisture keeps the surface of the bread pliable during its critical oven spring phase, those first few minutes when the heat really kicks in and the bread really starts to rise. So the best way to duplicate that effect at home is to bake the bread in an enclosed, heated space. Trap the bread's own moisture and keep the surface pliable just a little bit longer. Just 40 minutes to go. And while you wait, well, nothing goes better with heritage bread than old-fashioned heritage butter, and that's exactly what's locked inside this cream. You just have to shake it out with a pinch of salt. This is really cool. The best thing to do, though, is to get your kids to do this for you. Call it a science experiment. You're gonna hit a point where you're thinking, is this a joke? Is this really gonna happen? And then you'll start to see a little bit of water breaking out of the cream, and then you'll know you're close. The way I see it, if you're gonna make your own bread, you might as well make your own butter. Just work real hard to convince somebody else to do it for you. This only takes 7 or 8 minutes or so. I've had enough, and so has the butter. All that water is the whey, and everything else is the butter. Gosh, there's nothing like the thrill of making it yourself. Of course, it doesn't really matter how good this bread is because it's really just an excuse for butter. Homemade, if you've got it. Nothing tastes better than homemade. Absolutely nothing. And not just because this tastes so amazing, but because nothing's more rewarding than doing it yourself. Hey, once you know the basics, you can bake all the twists you like.